Excuse me. I have a burp. This over here. Your weird Ukrainian friends and my weird Ukrainian friends. At Frogwares. That is a good warning. I appreciate that. Friendly Ukrainian people. No prompts to visit them. Just leave things as normal. Could I upgrade my detective? Probably. Do I want to? Eh. Check the mind palace. Good loading screen, loading thing. That means you, dumbass, says loading screen tip. Oh. You are on a boat with a bunch of zombies. Whoop. Oh, now there's two of you. I think that's where boats go. Oh, hi. Oh. Just right in the space mouth. Oh, check out my cool hat. Oh, check out my TV freaking out just a little bit. Yep, that's the loading screen. That's a crouch button.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Take your belongings
Hello.
off my ship first.
Okay. Oh, I need a gun.
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Key evidence collected. Gun.
Now get out.
Okay.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes Vanderberg.
Oh, you're the
at
man who
your
wrote the letter.
service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome
stand
to the
under
proud
this
city of
thing
Oakmont.
that protects you
Alas,
from
now
the
is
rain.
not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Tell me about the
Reaching
city.
Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position.
The
and
flood.
flood,
It's
a
'cause
recent
we're in
natural
Halo now.
disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months
They're
ago.
little alien
Storms
bug
raged
creatures.
for
Very
several
irritating.
weeks, when the
Sometimes they
water
hold
has
rocket
risen ever
launchers.
higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland.
Going to
I must
rotate
say
this
I
microphone.
rather
Hold on. This is going to maybe be loud. Okay.
Atmosphere, you know?
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such
Jumped into a
vividness of
big
dreams is not
space mouth.
uncommon.
Throgmorton!
I spoke of Robert Throgmorton is already at the port. He has
Oh.
dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
I'm a cry. Come on, internet.
Ooh.
Hello.
The internet will not do as you say.
All right.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Okay, I've disconnected and I have big good internet. And now I'm gonna rejoin the Discord. Okay. And now I'm gonna keep an eye on this bitrate.
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
In Soviet Russia, bitrate keeps an
Well,
eye
I
on
have a
you.
particular weakness for it. Call it a personal.
Oh, this man is gonna be way into like the King in Yellow.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals
So how's
go
stuff
by
been going
foot
for
or
you,
by
Tiffy,
boat.
aside from
But the
internet?
latter sort
Aside from
takes
internet
one
issues,
waiting
pretty
outside
well.
the border.
Cool.
I've been helping my parents with weird reupholstery problems, or projects, not problems, recently.
Hotel and a few other key places.
Cool.
How do you fill your days, Mr.
That's kind of
I host a philosophy club for the
also
like-minded
playing Shadow of Mordor because
thoughts, like moths drawn
Sure.
to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have
That's the second one?
no, that's the first one.
First one, okay.
Consciousness without
Shadow of War is the second
no
one.
better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
People seem to like that first one a lot, so that's probably the one to play.
You're a
I mean, I have
private,
both,
yes?
but
Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive.
Well, it's also probably the one to start with if you're going to do both.
fair.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Insular, its ways mysterious. No
How
one will
has
take you by
today
the
treated
hand.
you? Are you less dead?
You better know
I'm
when
less
to
dead.
turn and
Feet are still
Great.
sore, but I'm okay. My cousin finally made it to the COVID
That's
testing
it for now,
site
I
and
think.
Oh,
got
great.
tested, so that was
Scrambling
nice.
to get my bearings.
No, no. The
Although
pleasure
it was
was
not the
mine.
same place as yesterday, because he
Oh,
tried that place
before you
again, and
go,
apparently they were closed
how
both
can I get in
Sunday
touch with you
and
later?
Monday.
Don't
Oh,
Both
sure.
days,
Why
both
not?
days which they
I'm
let
the
him
kind of
schedule an
man
appointment
who
for. I want to point out.
That
Apparently they
seems
are.
dumb.
Yeah,
It
they
does
have
seem
a
dumb.
very good system.
Uh huh. I can't believe we haven't already gotten on top of this virus. With a system like that, how could we not? Everything's working so well.
Well, don't worry. We don't need to test it all anymore. We're just going to let everyone get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all this makes
that'll
sense.
work.
That is, in fact, a new strategy.
Living's overrated. Ape's Bride.
I'm sorry.
It's like a movie poster. It just says Ape's Bride.
Sure.
Oh man, please tell me this dude in the white suit is Robert Throgmorton.
I'm sorry?
You heard me.
You want to try that name again?
Robert Throgmorton.
Excuse me.
Is this game like Cthulhu-y stuff? Or...
Yes.
I am, but not interested.
Look at this monkey man named Robert Throgmorton.
I'm a private investigator. Just
I
arrived.
really
from
don't want
Boston.
to.
No, you gotta though.
Help me.
That man is just a gorilla in a suit.
That's Robert Throgmorton.
You're talking to fucking Monsieur Mala over here.
Nice.
If I may
Is that Gorilla Monsoon?
No, Gorilla Monsoon was a much worse person.
Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language.
Speaking in tongues.
Bite him.
And you don't believe him.
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have
Also, like, there's something... I don't think that's how sideburns normally grow.
It's not how people normally grow.
Also that.
Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since
Straight
the
up,
police
like, has anyone mentioned anything about why this motherfucker looks like he just fell out of Planet of the Apes?
Well, I have a dialogue option that's like, your features look weird.
Grimhaven.
Are you not gonna call them out on how weird he looks?
Well, I'm asking about...
Wait,
the-
is he making fun of the people who look like fish?
Yes.
Refugees.
Dude,
Hardly. They've taken work from
you just
local
rolled in off the island of Dr. Moreau.
and agitate against us.
I don't think you get to talk.
Family.
The Throgmorton family.
This community
Huh.
mentioned that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
I want him, whenever this conversation is over, I want him to just pull a banana out of his pocket, take a bite, and
Outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another.
I feel like its rude dimension has weird features, though.
I mean, kind of.
Yes, I know what you
Which is why I'm avoiding asking
Just walk up
about
to this
it.
guy and just be like, hey, you look weird, man.
My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes.
I'm sorry, my father was Sasquatch.
Dreams.
Nice.
Please forgive me.
Where is your son, Albert? Is he maybe up a tree in the forest canopy somewhere? What's the deal?
Man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage.
Oh, this is the way this conversation is going makes me think that like
My
his
father united with a certain
his
royal family. Blessed all
Proud
Okay.
and powerful Sasquatch blood.
yeah, his mom. It's not his dad. I think it's his mom who's
Mr. Throgmorton.
who's a Sasquatch monkey.
Aw.
Rather good at tracking down.
Wait,
people.
so it's basically Doom
What
Patrol is what
makes
you're
you
saying.
think you
Yes.
can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, What have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point.
What?
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying,
All right.
we have a deal.
I see.
Gotta get used to the dialect.
I
Gotta
need
get
know
used to
more about
people when
that.
they shout Cthulhu, Cthulhu,
Did you not listen at all?
Relay Fatagan,
Told you everything. After leaving on the
Pargon, Pargon,
expedition,
Pargon.
Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman
Do you think somebody's gonna give you an insanity shotgun?
then left to
God,
go
I
free.
hope so.
But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Or the
Clearly, something suspicious occurred.
I want someone to give me the
inside
agony
I
crossbow.
suggest you stop
There we go. That's the name I was trying to pull.
yourself.
Crossbows sucked though.
That's, I mean, look.
Is it still around?
The like warden crossbow or
Then
whatever
to the
it
left is a
was
bee's
way
nest
cooler.
with
You're
fence.
right.
You'll find it there.
Where's the house where this all happened?
Both because it was not in
Was standing right in front.
More than one.
Yeah.
Weather, Mr. Throgmorton. It's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be
Man,
quick
you know what's a
about
really
it.
good video game?
Evil Within 2,
The Evil Within 2.
it's very good.
Press options to enter the Mind Palace.
I've said everything I know.
H. This house is a little fucked up. I'm gonna be real. Okay. And we're back.
Alright.
I want to
Yay.
know every detail.
Oh,
Don't
maybe we're back.
me, Paul,
Maybe.
Lewis.
You might be back. You're partially back.
We're back to red bitrate on the
Barry was
OBS.
outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son.
How good is
He was
red bitrate?
unconscious,
What's
breathing.
What's the
Weird-
rarity on that?
Barry left the
Weirdly,
call
the
to
bitrate is in like the 3000s,
the guy in Lewis's room.
Mm-hmm.
Then he started
which
smoking
seems
some
like that should be
Throgmorton's
green
son.
bitrate to me.
My head began to burst, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing.
Well, I mean, there's bitrate and there's latency and there's
Brown
timings.
streets, sleeping giant,
Yeah.
A voice that called me.
That sounds familiar.
Connections are
Talk about
complicated.
yourself.
And dumb.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and
Poor fella Paul.
Glenn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. KB with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton.
Do you think, like, because I don't think this is, licensed Cthulhu nonsense, but do you think what the way that everyone's like KB with them, do you think they mean Cthulhu?
Do you know how Paul died?
I
Probably not.
don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was
Also, I don't think there's such a thing as licensed Cthulhu nonsense. It's pre-copyright.
mercy on his soul.
Yeah, it's all
Or
public
at least
domain, I
it's,
think.
Who is this?
yeah, it's at least outside of the bounds of copyright.
Outside of show
Yeah,
Expired
there's like
copyright, I
a
guess you'd call it.
weird whole expanded universe. Most of the Cthulhu shit is even written by Lovecraft.
I'll leave you to it. Take
It's all
care of
written by
yourself.
his weird circle of other writers that did stuff based in the mythos.
Tell me the truth. Could it be me?
Which is just as well, because fuck Lovecraft.
Or
on the one hand, yes. On the other hand, at least he's one of those rare racists that took the time in his later life to go, wow, racism is bad.
Oh, he did? I didn't know that. All right, well,
Yeah.
that's something.
It was like the last, he was like on his deathbed pretty much, and he was like, I really shouldn't have let my crazy racist mother teach me to be racist my whole life, because now that I've actually been out and been in the world and met people of color, I realize that I have been, like, terrible.
Okay, yeah, there's something to
He,
that.
he basically did a deathbed thing recanting his racism, because he was a sickly child whose mother taught him to be
portrait here.
afraid of everything, and he basically never second-guessed that. Granted, I want to point out, he was incredibly racist.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised they don't have
It
someone's
went
portrait
beyond
here.
average racism. It was advanced racism. So, you know,
Seems like prohibition has an
still
effect.
not great,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
at least
fuck
later in
Lovecraft,
life.
But also,
Yeah.
okay.
Never seen
Fuck
guys
Lovecraft,
like this
but more
before.
than that, his mother was too.
Masterful work.
Fuck his mother for raising a terrible racist son. Also, weirdly, had he not been racist, we probably wouldn't have gotten such good stories out of him. Considering he was terrified of everything, and that kind of feeds into his stories on things that are different, etc. A non-racist Lovecraft would have written very different stories that might not have been as good. Who knows? Not us, because we don't live in that timeline.
Yep. Best of all worlds, as they say.
I mean, obviously, this is the best timeline. How could it get better than what we got?
I would have better internet. That would be pretty much. I would like to live in that timeline.
Five cards short of a full house.
Sorry, TFE. The only timeline that has any available immigration spots is the one where Persona X Detective is the official follow-up to Persona 4. You can move to that timeline, but it's the only other one available. I'm sorry.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
All right. But what if in that timeline racism doesn't exist?
But I feel like you're gonna drop something else.
I can just keep this going.
I
yes.
know. I like that it tells me reconnection successful with a bitrate of 0. I don't think
But I can hear you, so that's a plus.
Yeah, but I'm dropping of the last, 30 seconds, if that, since I reconnected to the OBS, I've dropped 65% of the frames.
It's not great. It's not a good number. Do you have any idea what happened to your internet, by the way?
No.
Is it a thing where you could get in touch with the provider and be like, yo, what the fuck did you do?
Potentially, considering it literally was just like one day it was fine, and then the next day it was like, nope.
You have streamed extensively, and lately it seems to have become not fine.
I streamed Fear 3, and my internet was just like, you can't. This isn't.
We cannot allow this to continue.
This could not continue.
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
I guess they do look vaguely fish-like.
I can barely recognize recognize the face of the poor fella.
Is there any...
He was beaten to a pulp.
Nope. I've been in here?
Choo choo.
Yes, because that was when he made the weird train comment.
Head. I still hear those voices.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Oh, my... Retrocognition.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Tell me about your retrocognition.
It means that I can rearrange things and put them in order.
Okay.
What's happening?
Take this, ape face.
I don't think "take this ape face" is really a good
Yeah, run!
battle cry when you're throwing a barrel at someone. And
I
clearly
mean,
this-
look. I don't think... Well, what year is this happening in?
I
I was
have
gonna say, I don't
Actual
think
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong is out, so I don't think you can even make that instant.
Yeah, run!
When
Like,
Albert
most of the
Throckmorton
good
woke up,
barrel
he saw
throwing
himself.
jokes related to Ape Man
He
wouldn't
attacked
exist
the
yet.
fisherman, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded,
See, the
he
real
fled.
joke would be him throwing the barrel at that guy, and then just cut to some random dude down on the street taking notes. Like, man, this gives me an idea. Giant monkey man throwing barrels at people. I like this.
Nope. Whoop. None of that.
Okay, I'm glad YouTube let me kick the quality up, because it was streaming at 144, and it was like a blur. But I can now see what is happening. Although, also, I think the stream delay is larger.
I probably because it's
Maybe-
I think I think it's desperately trying to deal with my bad internet, and it's just not.
Because you just now entered the blue zone.
Oh yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, now you're seeing people that are like glowing white figures in a room.
Yep,
Is this the retrocognition?
that is the retro
Okay,
cognition.
yeah, that's just now happening.
and it's probably like super.
Oh, there's the take this ape face.
It's probably super choppy. Like
It's been less choppy in the past. It's not the choppiest. I'm sorry, your dude's hat in this weird blue zone and all this. I'm just seeing Murdered Soul Suspect.
a little bit.
And I don't want to say that, because this game, I think, is better than that.
Oops. Nope.
I don't want to be the kind of asshole that just compares things to Murdered Soul Suspect.
I will say this Mind Palace thing is incredibly Sherlock Holmes, like Crimes and Punishments. Whoop. Hey, hi.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
I do like that I am pretty consistently just sitting at 65 frames dropped, or 65% frames dropped. Like, that's funny to me.
So what you're saying is you could fix this problem by just streaming out more frames.
Or less frames.
Well, no, because you're still dropping 65%, so you just need to stream 65% more frames.
So that'd be, I need to stream it like 50 some. I need to stream it in like PAL 50 hertz stream.
Yeah.
Hey, it's back to green though. That's nice. See how long that'll last. Oh, hey, there's someone.
Join in, newcomer. Praise the sea with us.
I'm good. I do not wish to praise the sea. Whoop. You had a rumble there.
Rumble is happening.
Oh. Right here,
Even
maybe?
Robert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
'Cause he's a monkey man. Whoop. I like when I activate my mind's eye thing and it's just like there are handprints everywhere. Well, let's try the basement if the attic isn't open.
There's something in the pocket.
With the fuzz snooping the port. Was the fuzz a term for the police back in
Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
the 20s and 30s?
Used in the late 60s, early 70s. Popular among hippies.
Budge.
So no is the answer.
Probably not. Research says it was originated in England as a reference to the felt covering on the helmets worn by members of English police. Apparently, English police had fuzzy helmets.
One fatal round through the forehead.
Well,
That's no accident. This was deliberate.
what the Christ?
Yeah, what's up?
That's not okay.
Oh, wait, I'm way behind on the stream. There we go.
There's a little Spider-Man, not like the superhero, but like, whoop,
A small spidery man.
yeah. All right, let's. Oh, there's a bunch of them in here that are dead. That's not okay. Oh, oh, I guess there's a. I was about to say, why is this a staircase? But I guess there's a door that goes to the outside, technically. Oh yeah, alcohol. Now you're talking.
Oh. Hey, got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days.
No.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Welcome to Under the Key. What do you want?
I want
I'm
information.
looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah, even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
Robert Throgmorton hired me to investigate his son's disappearance. I found the note about your debt to Lewis near his cold, dead body. And it looks like Lewis murdered Robert's kid. You want him to come here and ask instead of me?
What?
Don't what me. At best, you're harboring a criminal. At worst, you're an accessory.
There's something about this main character's facial hair
No.
that I don't know if it's like my TV, but it just looks super weird.
Mr. Throgmorton.
No.
It's just really spotty.
Yeah.
He has not grown a fantastic mustache or beard. It looks like he was in the process of growing a mustache and beard to look more intimidating, but he's not made it there
There's
yet.
a good deed for the day. Bye.
Hey, who are you?
Oh,
Charles Reed, private investigator.
I guess that's one of them
Throgmorton
fishmen's.
hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Drach. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy apes.
That guy looks a little fishy,
You hear me?
yeah.
Calm down. Only on
Just a little bit.
Looks like the fucking villain from
Well,
Street
use your gun.
Sharks.
Hit the floor quicker than you can say
You-
poetic justice.
You're not wrong.
Do you remember the villain from Street Sharks?
A little bit.
What happened?
Okay, because he looked like that.
Yeah.
We were in
I was gonna say he also makes me think of like that
Mary gone to the sea.
Dark Corners of the Earth game.
Bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Like the weird fish dude from that.
Focus.
Or fish people from that, rather.
Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr.
I mean, that makes sense, because, you
Gillis
know,
was saving his son,
Lovecraft.
but I-
Yeah.
He was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances.
Look at that guy. How is your main character not freaking out? Look at this guy.
I can't remember.
He's sort of Admiral Akbar-ish.
It was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me
I'm sorry, I just every time they say Throgmorton, it's just like that's not a name.
We just needed a place
It's
to
his
stay.
name.
The Blackwood Grand
It's a
family
respected
sheltered us.
name.
Others were
See,
not so
now we flipped because I was the one saying that, and now you're the one saying that.
The city denied it all.
Well, yeah, I just take whatever
Fight
opinion
for
you're
every
not
crumb
taking,
of
so...
bread.
Fair.
And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh?
Buddy, I got here like 20 minutes ago.
A newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation.
And tradition
others,
reputation.
Called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld. The Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
Why do you look that like that?
Why do you... your face, it's...
You can't just ask fish people why they're
so you're
fish
here to
people.
attack me
Yeah,
just 'cause
God.
I look different to you. Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry.
But yeah, also, dude, what the fuck is with
Never
your
met
face?
someone like you before. I didn't
Oh,
know
you're gonna
your
attack
face.
me just because I look different than you, huh?
Bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed.
We're blessed
don't tell
by
Frog
the
much about
sea.
me. I know I'm in no position to ask.
I see
I'm
what
gonna
they
do
did
whatever it is
there.
I did. Honest. Have mercy, please. I have a
Quit
feeling
putting your dick in
without
fish.
me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
You think you're the first person to
Your
offer me
family
a
won't
ride?
starve. They can go
Please,
chew
Mr.
seaweed.
Don't try my patience further.
Go
Mr.
scrounge for
Flynn.
fucking kelp.
Do. Now the important question is, where's old Throgmorton? Because you know who's got a bad sense of direction? It's me. Whoop.
Mr.
Oh,
Throgmorton,
okay, no, we're good.
I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures. And they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling
I shot it. I shot it super good.
I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible, and when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
I mean, you want to come with me?
No. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
I tracked the
Lie.
murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. They tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood.
See, I wouldn't
Beasts.
Are you
like.
the bodies?
Hmm.
Beyond
That was a bad way to
him as a heap of
indicate.
flesh and scrap.
Like, if you're lying, like, yeah, I found your son's murderer, but I'm new here, so I have no idea who it was.
Revenge to
Yeah.
Not some wild beast
instead of giving the name.
Yeah, because now he's gonna find that guy walking around and be like, "Hey, wait a minute."
Yeah.
Listen to closer. But at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I'm sorry we couldn't save your boy, Cranky Kong.
I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares.
Professor Doe. You think he's just gonna be a bread man? It's like just the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Plugged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, the depths.
Her words exactly.
Oh, Pillsbury Dough girl.
Expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
A geological I'm not sure I follow.
Reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a
Bitrate, come back.
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
No.
Just gonna sit here and stare at this monkey man until his bitrate comes back.
It's really rude of you. Just stare at his weird fucking monkey face. Not say anything, just look at him. Being incredibly rude to this horrifying freak of nature.
I'm the one being rude.
Yeah, you're just looking at him. It's weird.
Yeah, I didn't call him a horrifying freak of nature.
Well, I'm not gonna lie.
He is a nice.
He knows what he is.
He is a nice, powerful monkey man.
No. Albert is
Powerful forelimbs. Exceptional climbing ability.
his passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I can trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more.
Bitrate.
I'll give you the address of the
See, I'm mostly just annoyed because, like, if I could,
That's all you can tell me.
it's.
Let me be clear.
I'm pressing the button to like pick a dialogue option, and then the bitrate is dying.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Because instead of just letting it die on me sitting and staring at the monkey man.
I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
This is how I increase the amount he's willing to pay me. Is I just stare at him before I ask about the payment.
That's how haggling works.
Just look him over. Glower a bit. Be like, you know, I'm thinking about cutting my facial hair in the same way that you've got your facial hair.
expenses.
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned.
So how's your day been?
Earlier
Aside from the bit
today.
rate.
See, this is the funny part, because like earlier today, I did a fake stream for an hour. I just turned on the start streaming and didn't actually set one up. It was like working great.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
Earn more experience. That sounds like a skill I want at the moment. What am I doing? Northern Coverside. I have a map. I do have a map. Hubert's and what was it? Asher. Hubert and Asher. Mystery. Let's figure out how to get there. Let's walk into a cutscene. Let's walk into the bitrate dying. This may be a short first stream of this, considering everything.
Yeah, there's a few technical issues happening. Well, were unexpected, let's say.
Yep. The buildings.
As it stands, I feel like the game is not getting particularly fair shake, at least on mine.
Yeah.
Due to the fact that I can see maybe half of it. And like whatever's happening here where you just got sucked into a storm, that probably looked okay. But like I can barely make out what any of that was.